part, okay? The top's kind of mad. Here you go. Blousing, the purpose of blousing is to find the natural part. You want to allow the hair as often as possible to do what it wants to do so that it falls into place better for your client. Now some people have nothing near a natural part or it's real crooked, but at least you have more information. So blousing allows it to part real neat. It's kind of a cheat. Most people, you comb it back, push it, and it falls perfectly in its natural falling position. Now that's not necessarily the case on a mannequin where it's been sewn and plugged in.
You literally comb it back.
Stand behind your section, yeah.
She showed us that
She called it something else.
Yeah, she didn't call it.
Yeah,
Great.
it wasn't called blousing.
Great. That's a Redken term. Yeah, we can make up a Marchman term. Doesn't matter so long as you understand the purpose of it. Bam, the hair parts perfectly right away in its natural fall. Now, in a mannequin, it can be anywhere. In this case, it's slightly off center. So the truth is, if I were to cut this mannequin, I'll probably, and I want it to look really good and not standing up in movement, I'll probably cut it, if she wanted long layers, and this is how the clients, these sections would be like this, in as close to its natural falling position as possible. Good job? So my goal is, though, is to find vertical sectioning. So if her head's tilted back, her apex isn't going to be in the right place. If it's tilted forward, and even that much is too much. If it's that much forward, the apex is going to be further back. So it's really important to use your mirror, check your level. My mannequin stand's broken, so it kind of tilts that way. Make sure that it's straight ahead and not tilted from side to side. And you want to find the apex. That's going to be the high point of the head. Now the easiest way for me to find it is from the front coming back. So I put my finger where I want my comb to go, and you choke up on your comb. No parting like this. It seems easier now. After a while it won't be, and you want to get used to controlling a lot of hair. So I'm going to stand from behind, find the front, and by putting my finger where I want my comb to go, it does it a lot easier. So I'm combing the hair, put my finger where I want it to go, put my part in the center, and your brain makes it do it straight. Okay? So now I'm that far, make sure I'm at my apex. Now I'm going to find center back. So anybody have trouble with that one, and it's kind of like you're wavering off to one side a little bit? If you put your hands by the ears, you get down, you find center back, you put your finger there, it makes it a lot easier, and then straight down. Okay? It helps. You want to be standing in the center of your section or where your parting is. So now I'm subdivided in right half and left half. Then I'm going to stand by her ear, find the apex, and I'm going to put my little pointer at the top of her ear. And some people, their ears are different. One's further back, higher up, lower. It doesn't matter. Just put it about where you want the comb to go. Get the comb on the apex, the high point of the head where your comb's laying flat. Put your comb in that spot, and then comb straight down. Kind of combing the hair into sections so I don't have to repart it again later or find those sections. Center where I want to be, apex, top of the ear straight down. And then it doesn't matter what order you want to do them. You can do the front ones first, but it's really important that this front is the outside corner of the eye straight up. These two front sections are a lot smaller than people think. Okay, when you get these subdivided and you want to section them off, comb the hair to the center of the section. I'm not crazy about twisting and doing these and putting it in clips. Number one, it loops up here, so when I cut or comb a certain area, it's not neat and smooth. The other thing is the hair might start drying. If I'm doing a beautiful blow dry or a cut later and I'm sectioning, I want to get out of the habit because it might put a dent or a crimp, especially if they have fine hair and they start to blow dry. So comb the hair to the center of this section, mostly because when you're cutting this section, I don't want to accidentally grab hair from the other thing, and keep it close together. Okay. Now with your client, I might take this and shift it slightly off to keep it out of her eyes. Duckbill clips go legs up close to the scalp. That way they're not dangling and getting it close to the scalp, legs up with hair in the center of the section. Okay? It'll save you time in the long run later. When you want to comb to the top, if you're holding your comb horizontally, you might get hair pulled. So hold your comb diagonally near the top and comb the hair. Get the hair to the center of the section. Legs up, close to the scalp. You see Sam Villa do it, and I'm just telling you, his mannequins start at $80 upwards to $150. It's really nice quality mannequins. So if you buy a mannequin and you're trying to do what he's doing, even if you did it exactly the same, it often doesn't come out as good. Okay, outside corner of the eye, straight up. You can always check and make sure that you went straight up, because these outside corners of the eye, most people get them too wide. See, I'm holding my comb at a diagonal, so I don't anybody have a tendency to comb hair from the other section? You hold your comb at a diagonal, that'll really help. And of course, it'll take a lot less time, because this time when you guys go to do it, stand in the center of your section. Corner back's the hardest. The only way to find it is from a top view. You'll probably have to pump your client down. You put one hand on this side, one hand on the back. Don't have your hands too far out, because your fingers have to travel too far to get to the head. Put it just to where your fingertips touch. Then comb the hair in the center of the section. Y'all see? Y'all see? Flat on the side of the head, flat in the back. Not way out here, but where your fingers touch. Wherever they touch, where they meet, that's going to be the back corner back. Some people, it's small, it's different based on their head shape, where the head curves around this way. So comb to the center of the section, hand flat where your fingers meet. That's the center of the section. So I'm going to put my finger here, start at the top of the section, horizontal there, and then straight down. And on a mannequin, you usually end up with just this little bit at the bottom. You'll end up with just a little bit in this one section. Section number, anybody know it? Start thinking about it?
6 or 5.
5. Good. Section number 5. Flat. I should be standing in the center of my section, and in a way I was, just on the other side of the head, so there's not a right or a wrong with that. Okay, so this time I'm going to set the timer for, say, of course you'll be able to do it faster, but I just want you to think about more efficient. So let's go through the steps. First, make sure your mannequin's level. Then what's next? What do you find first? Apex. And then I'd recommend you just come to the front to the apex. It's the shortest and easiest to find first. And then I would find center back, stand in the center, and bring your comb down, and then straight down. Then stand on the side, put your finger about the top of the ear, straight down, side, top of the ear, straight down, hands flat, All right? Try to do it in, they're all wet, they're already kind of combed.